Y'all know I am very honest with you on this channel here about all things RVs. And when it comes to showing you more entry level RVs, sometimes it can be very difficult to feel excited or inspired because the products just aren't that interesting in the entry level segment of RVs. Well, for 2025, they have completely changed this here in this brand that we're taking a look at today. So let's go. Welcome back to another video, y'all. If you're new here, my name is Myles with Firmly Unbound, and I'm actually out here in Goshen, Indiana today, taking a look at this brand new 2025 Forest River Wildwood X-Lite. This is a 273 QB XL, and you'll be able to see the floor plan layout and the specs on the screen, and I am very excited to give y'all a world debut of this travel trailer line here. The brand is not new, but they did a ton of changes for the 2025 line coming out. Now, before we get into this video, I do want to let you know I am here representing Blue Compass RV. So if you are interested in this RV, you can use the link down below in the comments or description of this video that will take you to our website where you can find all the different locations across the US where you can find this camper here or something similar to it. But with this Wildwood line, they are doing a lot of things here that I guess it's still yet to be seen what everybody else does in 2025, but they are definitely one of the front runners in changing things up and innovating things and making things new, fresh, and exciting. So really excited to be here filming these Wildwoods for you, and let's get into it. So first of all, on the outside, this is all a fiberglass siding on the outside, and then underneath here you can see you have wood framing down through here. So kind of tough to see, it's a little dark down through there. Actually kind of interesting, there's no light in the pass-through storage, which I don't think you necessarily need, but you can, kind of see the wood framing through there. It does have a VersaTilt bed, so there's a little shock arm back underneath there that is working with the bed system. And then this is a whiteboard eraser on this board right there. So pretty neat little step that you see there, adding in that whiteboard function. Now, one of the biggest things I noticed right away, actually there's two things. One being the lights along the side. These are all these, light beams essentially, where they are not like those little individual LED lights anymore. It's just one straight beam all the way across. Looks really clean. And then they added lights to the side of the camper, which is just going to give you more exterior lighting on the side of your camper, which I think is really cool, really neat function. And then they have the same LED light beam up underneath the awning as well. White awning arms, looks really clean, and then it's a whole new graphics package on the outside. I know a lot of people have talked about the graphics on travel trailers and fifth wheels and motorhomes and everything in between on why are they so, why are there so many swooshes and such aggressive designs when that's not really what people want nowadays. So this is a very minimalistic, modern looking design, and it has this, little kind of gold bar right there, and very, very simple and straightforward. But I'm not going to spend too much time on the outside. I want to show you the inside first. So let's go take a look at this 273 QB XL. This is going to be a great floor plan for a family looking to get into camping. And then you can see right here some of your specs on it. You already saw it on the screen there probably, but here it is just one more time in case it wasn't there. But 6,000 pounds. This is going to have a hitch weight of about almost 800 pounds. So definitely something that some people will push their half-ton to tow, but I would recommend a 3/4-ton truck for this size. But again, it depends on your truck. Just really want to be mindful of this hitch weight right here and how that is directly correlated to the payload capacity on your truck, and just making sure that you are towing safely, especially if you're going to have your family coming along with you and things like that. As we step inside, take a look at this brand new 2025 Wildwood. Now, there are a lot of things to talk about in here. One thing I do want to mention real quick is this is the first ever look at this 2025 Wildwood. I'm actually here filming this weeks before you are even seeing it, so I do not have any pricing information, as pricing information will not be solidified until they start arriving at dealerships. So I'm giving you an early sneak peek look at this, and shout out to the Wildwood team for bringing me out here to do this, because they are playing more of an offensive game in the RV world, where a lot of manufacturers and dealerships don't want stuff being filmed prior to it being available for purchase, because they don't want to have to deal with the headache of still trying to sell the RVs that they currently have while people are getting excited about the stuff that's coming out. And Forest River, Wildwood, they just don't care. They said, come out, film them, get them out here early before they're even available at the dealership so y'all can know what's coming as the consumers, and I'm really excited about that. So I don't have any pricing information right now, but again, this is an entry-level travel trailer, so I would imagine this is going to fall somewhere in the $30,000 price range or so. Probably going to be somewhere in that area. Now, as we walk through here, all new interior color schemes in here compared to a 2024 Wildwood. Same with the exterior. It looks really nice. A couple things I noticed right away are they have this really cool looking range hood design. This is all actual steel here. And so gives it just a much more, I don't know, just different look. It hides your microwave underneath there. I'm very curious your thoughts on this. Obviously would love all the feedback that you can give down below in the comments on what you think about different things inside this camper. You're going to see a lot of different things that other brands just aren't doing. So this is one of them here where just very different, pretty cool. I definitely like it. I think that's a pretty neat touch, having that steel door there to give that just a more finished off look where the microwave is hidden. They've also gone to a different style cabinet door here where this is all like a thermofoil door. So it's super, super lightweight, but also very tough. And I don't think it's going to have, like in a lot of your entry level travel trailers, they have cabinet doors that are just like a pressed wood that are wrapped. And I'm looking at this and it does not look that there's like wrapping on here. It doesn't look like you're going to have issues with this peeling like you would on other wrapped cabinetry and stuff like that. And I can tell it's really, really strong and solid. If I close that, I mean, it almost has that feeling of hardwood, but it's not. And it's more lightweight than hardwood. So that's a pretty nice touch there. Handles, I think, look really nice. They have these grab handles under here. And then another big point that I just kind of glanced over, but definitely makes a difference, and curious your thoughts on this too, is the lighting. So we've been seeing these LED light strips coming into a lot of campers in 2024. Wildwood has also adopted this where you have the light beams there and they are dimmable. So you can see right here, you have your light switch and it is a dimmable switch on those light beams. But not only that, Wildwood is also doing all these like arched radius walls all over the place in their different models, and they're putting lighting into them. So just making this slide out look so much more appealing. They also have the soft curtains here. They aren't like a full curtain that goes all the way across. They just kind of sit in the corner of the windows. But again, giving it a more polished look. A bamboo pull down blackout shade, like that looks really nice. And we've gone away from what I've seen described a lot on like TikTok and stuff like that as the millennial gray. We're getting back into warmer tones, feeling a little bit more homey. I would say the light tone in here definitely feels more on the cool side, but I think that contrasts nicely with the warmer tones that you're getting from the cabinetry, this whole back wall right here, the furniture. I would actually say the furniture is more of like a cool brown tone. It doesn't have so much of a warm feel, but it's a really deep kind of chocolate brown. So looks really nice, and I think just everything in here feels much more home-like than a lot of the recent modern looks that developers in the RV industry have been going for, with kind of like the grays and whites and things like that. I actually am really taking a liking to something like this where it just feels a little bit more warm. So all that said, let me flip the camera around real quick for you so you can see. And as I do that, I'm going to point out some things here. This is your spot for the TV on the wall. Does not come with the TV installed, since this is going to be at a real entry-level price point. But you have even things like a shelf up here, looks really nice. This is actually like a steel plate there and not wood, so really good construction. Some shelving down here. And TV on the wall here could probably be at least about a 42 to 48 inch screen TV or so. So definitely a big space there, but it will, you know, bump up against these shelves here at some point in time. Or those shelves could be taken out if you just want to put a huge TV in this space. You also could do that. You have your fireplace. It does have a chrome plate on it, so when you turn that off, it just kind of looks like a mirror. And then you have some storage spaces down underneath there as well. Now let me turn this camera around so you can see how hit the camera on the ceiling. Sorry, y'all. Let me get this tripod out. I want to show you how I fit in the space, because sometimes it's really hard to talk about the height in these campers. So I'm 6'2" with my shoes on my tiptoes. My head touches the ceiling, so I'd say it's probably about 6'6", maybe 6'7" in here. AC up in the ceiling. This is a Coleman Mach AC. It is ducted through this camper. And in an entry-level travel trailer, you're actually getting dual ducting. So you're getting ducting going down both sides of the camper here. And that is going to really increase the airflow going through here. In the 2024 models, I believe they just had an S-style ducting where it just went down one side this way and one side down the other way. Now you have it going down both sides, so getting better airflow throughout this entire camper, which is also a very nice touch. Okay, flip this back around. Let's go through some things in here because I want to get you to the bunk room as well. So in this sofa, this is their Versa Lounge, so a lot of stuff going on here. Really unique what they're doing with their furniture. Storage underneath here, this is a nice solid door there, so it's actually like a hard material. And then you have 3 storage bins underneath. This sofa is going to be like a jackknife sofa. You have a little arm cushion here that is Velcro. Take that off, and super simple to flip this down. Makes that into a nice long bed there. Now the coolest thing about this is you can make this about an 11-foot long bed. I think it's actually over an 11-foot long bed. If you drop this part down, drop the legs down. I'm not gonna go through the whole process of doing this because I'm trying to film multiple different RVs here for y'all today, and I only have today to do it. But this can also drop down, make into a bed, and that will make this whole entire thing one long bed all the way across. So really, really neat there. You see this right here? This is just in some support brackets underneath here. So what that means is you can take this back cushion off. You can actually move it to this side to make it like a booth dinette over here instead of this kind of L-shaped dinette area. So you can get more of a booth style dinette, and then also can drop this down into a bed. You can take this back cushion out completely. So lots of different functionality you have. And then of course that gives you the option to have more of a sectional style sofa as well when you don't need both sides of seating on the booth dinette. And then finally, not only that, but you also get, I say booth dinette, it's really a U-shaped dinette because they still have the cushion back there as well for someone to sit back in that space. And then you can see the table, it just has 2 posts that it sits on there. And then underneath here you have some storage space back through there to the back wall, and storage underneath the dinette with more plastic bins under there and under here. So really, really neat what they're doing with this whole entire thing. I really love it, and such a awesome ability to have multiple different seating and sleeping arrangements here in this slide out, and you'll see this across a lot of different Wildwood floor plans. Go through the kitchen real quick. You have your window here looking out to your campsite. You have a nice retractable, or I guess detachable faucet there. It is a plastic sink here in the kitchen space with this prep rack. Storage space down underneath here looks good, and then they did add in this trash bin area right there. Really love that. That is nice. A nice touch, not having your trash bin just floating somewhere freely. 2 drawers here that pull out. Drawer construction is just your standard kind of pressed wood there. And then you have a Furrion oven, 3-burner stove, and it still does have a vent fan to vent out smells while you're cooking. Furrion refrigerator. This is a 12-volt refrigerator and freezer. And then as we go back this way, AC controls right here. Show your pantry first. You have your pantry back here in the corner, so some corner shelving with metal pieces right here that hold things in place there. Then as we come back here, you have your bathroom. Bathroom, look at this mirror, y'all. It is so huge, I can't even stay out of the shot. Like, I would love to stay out of the shot as best I can, but you can't because it's a huge mirror. They have that curve in the mirror here as well with the backlighting. Looks really, really nice. I mean, this does not give entry-level travel trailer vibes. This is definitely a much more premium feel and experience in here as I walk through here. And then underneath here, you have your storage space down there. Nice big sink, so it's a plastic sink and definitely enough room for both my hands. Outlet here, more storage next to that. And then down here, you have a foot flush toilet. This is a plastic foot flush toilet. So again, just cost point things on that with a plastic foot flush toilet, not having a porcelain, but keeps it really, really affordable for y'all to go out and get camping and still have your own private bathroom. Nice big rectangular shower here, so you can see the space in the shower. It is a plastic 2-piece shower. And then you have your shower head there. And height in this shower, see if I can flip this camera around and give you a perspective of how I fit inside of here. So I definitely have to go up into the skylight, as you can see here. Right here, it's probably about 5'10", maybe 5'9", where the skylight is not at. But up into the skylight, you could probably be about 6'4" or so and comfortably fit. The skylight does go north to south, so I have plenty of room to move around here. And then I would just have to take the shower head and put it over my head or squat down to get underneath it. But the skylight is really big underneath here. Let me show you, and you'll be able to see how that skylight has a lot of space for you to move around in there. So although it's not super tall in this shower, that skylight gives you enough room to move around if you are over 6 feet tall. Then we go back into the bunk room, and such a cool bunk room design back here. So cool. You have 2 bunk beds back here, and then you have this flip down portion here. So this can make this a hangout spot for the kids or whoever is in this space. But this also flips down, makes into an L-shaped bunk over the top. These bunks are usually rated for about 300 pounds. I don't see any weight rating stickers anywhere, but usually they're rated for about 300 pounds, sometimes 150. So it's tough to say without a weight rating sticker in here anywhere, but 150 to 300. Outlets, USB ports, it has, or sorry, just USB ports, and it has a USB Type-C connection on those USB ports there. So love to see that. You have the sofa here, so a great spot to sit down, hang out. You can put a TV in here if you would like. You have a nice big window right there for natural light coming in. And you have these little storage cubbies right there. So really cool spot overall. Even having a pull down blackout shade on the window in here. Again, for an entry level travel trailer, y'all, that is just not common to see a pull down blackout shade, especially one with this style design in it that just matches the aesthetic of the RV. They're usually just a plain black or cream color. So love all of that. Finally, this is also a jackknife sofa. So you have a little bit of storage underneath here. You can also see water lines running underneath there. And this drops down and also will make into a bed. So that's the spot for the kids or additional guests. Then as we go forward, see more improvements as well with the bedroom space. So when we open this door going into the bedroom, look what they did in here, y'all. So last year they introduced the VersaTilt King bed. So they have a tilting king bed in an entry-level travel trailer. How awesome is that? And they are calling this like a pet step. So if you have dogs that can't jump up onto the bed, they have a step up here where they can get up to the bed. Here's the dimensions of the bed as well, since it's not actually a true king-size bed. It is a custom king-size bed. You have storage cubby underneath here, outlets, USB ports there, and basically calling this like a his and her side. So getting the bedside table space and everything on this side, and then on this side here, you do get some shelving back behind here. So you'll have shelves, outlets, USB ports, but most of your wardrobe closet storage is gonna be on this side. So you have clothing rod here and some shelved out storage underneath here with a little net right here. This is kind of like a hamper net, so you can throw clothes in there. And I apologize, I actually have some additional lights that I could bring with me, and I should have brought them. They're in my bag, but I will have to grab those for the next video. I didn't realize it might be a little dark in here, but there is some netting back behind there. Also, magnet latches to hold all these doors shut, so I like that too. Storage up above the bed, so you can see how that storage passes through there. Do have a nice big spot on the wall for a TV, so you can install a TV there. Because you have that dual ducting, you have 2 AC vents in here, and overall just really, really cool space. With this bed tilting back, it gives you the ability to walk around the bed. When this is all the way in the down position, it will be pretty much up against the wall though, so keep that in mind. And then shelf underneath here for storage, and then this should still lifts up. So you can get to the underneath pass-through storage under your camper as well. So that's also accessible, and that is strut assisted under there. So that is everything on the inside, y'all. Very curious your thoughts. Let me know what you think down below in the comments, and let's go take a look at what's going on the outside. Oh, underneath here too. Also noticed you have like a little shelving space there, and then outlet for the kitchen right here. Let's head outside. Oh, and you have a JBL sound system with another USB Type-C plug right there. 30 amp solar charge controller I just saw, so that's letting me know there is solar up on the roof. I don't know if I'll be able to actually get up onto the roof out here, so we shall see. Tankless on-demand water heater. White awning arms, looks really nice, gives it a much more clean finished look, I believe. And you have 2 JBL speakers on the outside. Again, not something common on a traditional, entry-level travel trailer. It looks like this is also, let me see if I can get confirmation on this, what's going on here. Okay, I don't see anything on the frame as far as like who manufactured the frame, but this looks like, okay, it looks like it's probably a Lippert frame on that. Yeah, and they're using the Lippert quick drop stabilizers. I love these stabilizers, y'all. First of all, connect a drill to here and it will shoot those down incredibly quick, way faster than an electric stabilizer system. And the way these sit, they are incredibly sturdy. So if I sit here and try to rock this camper, I mean, it is rock solid. This thing does not move. And when you do something or do that to a trailer that has traditional stabilizers like this one right here, like these stabilizers, it is not the same effect where, okay, well maybe I'm just not strong enough, because that trailer also didn't budge, but this is also a little bit bigger trailer, so it's hard to say. But nonetheless, I have done this on little tiny campers that you definitely can move, and when I can use 2 hands, and it does make a difference. So believe me when I tell you, those quick drop stabilizer legs definitely do make a difference. 20-pound propane bottles there, yeah, power tongue jack. And also just notice too, like even your wiring up front here, they made it look really nice where all the wires are wrapped. So it's not just a bunch of wires looking crazy underneath there. And then you have a battery disconnect switch. Solid step entering in, so that will fold up into the door when you're traveling and gives you a solid entry step. Pretty standard looking RV wheels and suspension underneath here. So your standard leaf spring suspension. And then coming along this way, outlets there. You have your outdoor kitchen space, so a little mini refrigerator outside. Got your Suburban griddle cooktop, so cast iron cooktop there. Shelf there, outdoor water connection, so you have your water source on your campsite. Spare tire along the back, you can store things in your bumper along the back. Also looks like there's a propane quick connect line along the back as well if you wanted to. I think this might be going to where you plug into that griddle, or if you wanted to plug something else in. Coming back along this way, you have your black tank flush valve along the back, your city water connection along the back. Nice looking back wall. Prep to add a backup camera, prep to add that Lippert retractable ladder that can attach right in there. Outdoor shower on this side, cable and satellite connections, 50 amp connections, and then it will likely have just one spot here. Yep, just one spot where you dump everything with the black and gray tanks for everything going on there. And then finally, for your slide out mechanism, if you do not like cable slides, do not like Schwintek slides, this has a power glide style slide mechanism underneath here. So very different from what we're used to seeing in the RV industry, and definitely a different style slide out. Now this style slide out makes things a little bit different on the inside. There's some advantages to, the cable and Schwintek slide mechanisms where they can do some different things. With this style slide, I should definitely point out, to get rid of, the cable driven slides and things like that, it does come with having some sort of lip right here in the camper. So there is a lip that you kind of step up. That is necessary to fit the components that are driving this slide in and out. So something to keep in mind there. But that is everything I got for y'all. Again, if you are interested in this RV, there's a link down below in the comments and description that will take you to our website to show you the different stores that we have across the US that sell the Wildwood line. This is brand new for 2025. This is a world debut, so likely if you are seeing this video after it is first being released, probably don't have any in stock yet, but they are coming, and we would love to help you out when they are ready and available, or you can place an order on one ahead of time to get one of the first ones that comes out in the country. So that's all I got for y'all. Let me know what you think down below in the comments, and until next time, live firmly unbound.